laptop, right?
Hello, viewers, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Friday night live stream from Georgia Shooting Connection. Yes, Jerry, you should be able to stay on that laptop.
Cool.
There's Daniel. God is my judge. Yeah. We got the usual suspects tonight. We got the Scotsman with us. We got Kyle, Chico Wise, Jerry 1911's our special guest. We're expecting one more. So right now, let's kick it off like we always do.
Yes, guys and girls. Thanks for joining us for another Friday night Georgia Shooting Connection. It's cold down here. It's probably cold wherever y'all are at. And we just gonna have a good time and got a few topics we're gonna throw out. And thanks everyone for being here. Thanks to Jerry and the Crazy Scotsman for joining us. What's up, brother Kyle?
You're muted, Mr. Kyle.
All right, guys. Like I was saying, almost thought I had everything live and ready to roll. Had to wait till we went live to pop out the side chat. Great to be here. Going to have a fantastic evening. It's Friday night before Christmas. Hope everybody's got everything situated and where it needs to be. Got a dog running around looking for Christmas cookies and crystal burgers. And I got an angel around here somewhere that's fixing to come in here and say bye because she's going to do more Christmas shopping. But other than that, how's everybody doing tonight? Great to have everybody here.
Thanks, buddy. Scotsman.
Well, good to be here. Appreciate the invite as always, brother. Good to see everyone up in the side chat. And I hope everyone's doing well, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I certainly hope so. Thanks for joining us. And I want to take a second to welcome our special guest, Mr. Jerry 1911. He's undergone a little bit of a pull there in his shoulder, but we're going to keep him company tonight and make sure that he has a good time. Welcome, brother.
Thanks, Jamie, for having me. Yeah, I've got a torn rotator cuff, and so I'm going to be off work for a while. Anybody that's ever experienced that knows that. The most unfortunate part is no shooting. Since this is my recoil shoulder, any recoil would probably upset it more than what it is. So until I can get into an orthopedic surgeon and find out the extent. Rigby!
She's out early tonight, y'all. Well,
Hey.
Jerry, welcome, bro.
Hey, Rigby.
You don't talk like that. Speak, explain. Enunciate your words. You're a big girl now. Tell everybody Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
No.
Get out of here. All right, y'all. Good stuff. One of the things we want to talk about tonight is what with it being Christmas, and we expect that a lot of people might be getting some new firearms, and they may be in some cartridges that you're unfamiliar with. So we might want to run down the stuff we want to take care of as we're starting to reload for that particular weapon. Even if it is one in a caliber or in a cartridge that you're already familiar with, there might be some stuff that we need to do to make adjustments to our loads. And we'll talk about that as we go along. But Jerry, I hate you hurt yourself, buddy, but we're probably going to be bugging you for a good bit since we know you're going to be off for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to have an extended vacation. But I'll get caught up on all my casting, and reloading, and powder coating.
That's a good thing. At least you can pull the press handle with the other hand.
Jerry, do they have like stem cell injections in your neighborhood?
I don't know yet. Kyle. I just got off the phone with workers' comp, and I just got home this morning. My wife drove 525 miles over to Reno to pick me up. And we drove straight back last night, so got back this morning. I'm still trying to find out the extent of everything. I still not sure if I've got to find an orthopedic surgeon or if workers' comp will find one for me, or how that's all going to work. I'm still trying to put all the pieces together, bud.
I was looking at rotator cuff surgery as well a while back, and kept hearing this commercial on the radio about stem cell injections.
Yeah.
I looked into it, and it was a lot cheaper than surgery. I'm only looking at a couple of days off, and so I went and talked to him. We had a consultation and all that, and I took the injection, and within 2 days, I was like, "Hey, I can go to the bathroom normal now. It doesn't hurt." I'm talking unzipping my pants would damn near make me cry. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Have you ever noticed that the zipper is meant for right-handed people?
Yeah, I'm not left-handed, but yeah.
The flap comes from the left. Hey, there's thoughts of an old soldier.
Yes, sir. Good to see you, brother. Still got some coffee.
We got a prize on its way. We got more than one on its way, too.
We're waiting to hear from the winner of one to figure out what we're going to send him, but I'm fixing to just send him whatever we got.
Uh-oh.
Just walked into a zipper chat.
Yeah.
That is awful OCD.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Let's pray for the best. Let's hope it's nothing too serious, especially this time of the year.
Quick. Get it out. Get it out. Oh, my Lord. I can't believe that.
Oh, honey.
You need to be racing home, not driving home.
No,
I think a lot of you guys know OCD is a truck driver, if I'm not mistaken. So he may be hundreds,
yeah, he may be
miles away.
Miles away, yeah.
So, brother, we'll definitely keep you in our prayers, and hopefully, like I see, he said the wife and the pets are safe, so that is good. Material things can be replaced, but that sucks.
Well, at least the pets are safe. You can get another wife. Ooh.
Roon, hey, brother.
welcome, Roon.
No, I'm just joking, and he knows I am. I pray that everybody's safe. I'm glad that they are. So,
There's Richard, a single shot.
You notice that Angel's on the other side of him, and he's like, I better change my words real fast.
she's over there. I don't think she heard me.
OCD, my truck only does 65 too. I know how tough it is.
So Larry's not having great luck with his 6.5 Grendel. OCD, just take your time. Make sure you get there safe, brother. Last thing we need is a fire at the house and a wreck. So,
Larry,
something small, you know.
Larry, if you got some way to IM me directly, hit me up on the deal with the 6.5 Grendel. I'm having really great luck with mine.
that's a scary thought, West Covina.
Well, West Covina, if he has a fire and his carpet catches, and it'll go up for a week.
Well, that's just from the hair.
And all the powder he drops.
I drop more than my share too.
I do it on a concrete floor. I don't have to worry about it.
Here you go, Roon.
Purdy.
That's my hollow point mold. And that's what I made the hollow points I sent to Uncle Jim.
What hollow points are they, Kyle?
Oh, it's NOE 44 mags. Keith.
Too bad they're 44s.
Well, yeah, I guess you could fill them halfway and they'd be 22s.
Funny guy.
It don't work like that.
It's actually a very cool mold. It came with a bunch of different pins. You can make big, medium, small hollow points or flat nose bullets. I haven't made any flat nosed in it yet. I've been having a lot of fun with these massive hollow points. They weigh about 265, I think. Hang on, I got a scale right here.
Michael's
245 or 265, but they're pretty large hollow points, and they just destroy everything that they come in contact with.
Yeah, that looks like the NOE in 357 I was planning, or 358, whatever I was planning on getting, but this is going to take me back a bit.
Howdy, y'all.
Yeah, they're
upside down.
265s. Hey, Michael, how you doing, brother? Yeah, they're 265s. But that's a massive hunk of lead, and I cast them with some pretty soft alloy, and those things will just turn a milk jug inside out in a heartbeat.
Should I go inverted too, so Michael isn't odd?
No, man, you're fine. That happens sometimes with the guest. He's straight up over here. Good morning, Michael Sines. How are you, brother?
Morning.
It's always morning in my world, sir.
Yeah, it's morning here too, dude.
Yeah.
Now, actually, pardon my tardiness. I was getting dinner all done and everything. A very sad attempt at tacos. The tortilla kept falling apart.
Oh my goodness.
One of them days.
Who was that asking that? Let me
Six
find
shooter Texan.
Six shooter. I like the Shooter's World tactical rifle, like Andy said. H335 is a good one, like somebody else said out there. James Pollard, some of the other guys said that. I like Western Ramshot TAC. TAC.
And I'll tell you one that I have not tried, but I heard it was a good powder, so I bought it, and that's that Accurate 2460.
You've been hearing good things about that in 223?
Yep, 223.
I had really good luck with 2460 and my 222 and 223. Awesome stuff.
I got a pound of it. I had to send Chico a text last night, make sure I paid him for that powder he bought me, and I had. So maybe I'm back on the good list.
I actually agree with Tread. I like the CFE 223, and I like Varget. I don't have a whole lot of experience with 2520 from Accurate, but the CFE 223 and the Varget, it's a really good, clean, accurate, dependable burning powder.
Yeah, see, and Eddie says BLC2. I had good luck with that, CFE, and the 2460. Those were my best powders.
I'm looking around at what I've got just around the reloading bench. I got some Shooter's World down here, some Ogden here, some iron. What are you doing with my dog? You just can't keep the women. You can't keep the women happy. You tied it around her leg.
Uncle Jim, Jerry tore his rotator cuff at work, so He'll probably be with us for a couple of weeks here, man. We're going to bug the crap out of him and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, I've got the time now.
yeah. It's hard to catch him sitting on the side of the road when he's driving because he may be in any time zone in the country. We're always at 8 o'clock in the Eastern time zone. But one of the things we want to talk about tonight is you guys that are getting new firearms. What are you going to do to start your reloading process? First thing you got to do is decide what bullets. I think one of the things, you know, obviously you got to start gathering up brass, but hopefully you've been saving brass as you've been going along on this thought process. And the first thing I do in my reloading process is decide what bullet I'm going to be using.
Which is very awesome that we have such an awesome community, because if you reach out to some of us guys, if we reload the same thing, we'll send you 10, 20 of this bullet, 10, 20 of that bullet, you know, whatever. If you're going to cast for it, we can give you some ideas for what molds to look for. And if you just straight up don't like this particular bullet, you know, you'll know it and you didn't have to buy the mold. So we're all more than happy to do that. We've done that for each other for years. So it would actually be a pleasure to send it to somebody with a brand new gun that is just wanting to play, especially somebody that's wanting to get into casting. So.
Well, there's a lot of guys that's added some new firearms, and I know Jerry's one of them. I know Michael just got a 30-30, and he's hollering about he don't want to start loading for 30-30, but I know Scotsman just got a 30-30 also. So the Scotsman started buying up factory ammo. So he's going to be a while before he starts loading for 30-30. What's your thoughts, Michael? What are you thinking about?
Right now, I'm pretty much on the same page. Just trying to stock up on some factory ammo and get some brass. I have been so preoccupied loading for 5095 and 44 mag. Hopefully, here in the new year, or starting up maybe even before the new year, I just got a Lee 4.52 die for 45 Colt because when I bought my Lee turret press, that was the intended purpose for it, was to load 45 Colt, and I still have yet to load 45 Colt. And I have brass and primers for it. I just don't have projectiles.
I
got that
package. I like the way you needled me on that one. I'm just trying to get to the post office before they close. They close at 4 o'clock here. Willie gets me every week. Okay, I'm used to it. Everything's boxed up, taped up, and labeled up, and all that shit. Just gotta get by the post office before they close.
Oh, it's all good, brother. No worries.
Big
get to it when you get to it.
I got you handled. And there's some 44 mag in there too for you.
Cool, brother. Appreciate it. And so it's not so much that I don't want to load for 30-30. It's just I'm so preoccupied with other calibers right now. And then I'm sure you're probably aware that I got a 45-70 recently as well. Mr. Plowboy's Ghost was kind enough to send me a 45-70 bullet mold, 405. What is it? The 457 405 Lee round flat. So I got that now. That I need to, for that, I just need to get brass. And now I got to ask permission on this, if I should show this or not, because of YouTube's recent policies.
I can tell y'all, if anyone hasn't heard, YouTube has new policies. On any live stream, you may not show or handle any firearms, rifles, even pellet guns. The policy is real iffy right now. That is only on the live stream at this moment. There have been a big pushback on that. If you're making a video, you can, but I've watched plenty of videos, and what they will do, they will either shadow ban or they will remove the live after it's done. So I would advise against that on any live stream. Thanks for asking that, Mike. I definitely appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Yeah.
On that note, I would like to say hello to whoever's watching at YouTube. You commie little piece of. I hope you enjoy the show and learn something.
Anyway,
Yeah, you'll trigger the
commies.
snowflakes, Scotsman.
I'm going to add these 150 grain 30-30 projectiles to your box. It's been in my car sitting right next to Willie's. Willie's has been there for quite a minute, but yours is sitting right next to it. I got to get to the post office, but they're Lee 150 grain
Round flat.
flat nosed. I've also got 200 grains, and Tim PC Bullet Empire really likes the 200 grains. That's just a mixture of powder coat there, but they're flat nosed. Tim loves the 200 grains. I'll send you these 150s. There's probably, I don't know. Well, there's a sack. You know, that I think that's what'll fit in your box.
Cool, man. That'll work.
If you're looking at going heavier, I can send you some of those too. Tim liked them so much, I ended up just buying him a mold and Amazoning it to him. I got tired of him asking me for my lead, so I just sent him a damn mold.
Eddie B, let me tell you something, bro. That's a tough thing to do. I've slugged both of my 336s, one of them in 35 Remington, one of them in 30-30. They have 12 micro grooves, and they're like, what, 3 to 4 thousandths deep, something like that. And it's hard to get in there and measure what the groove diameters are, but it sure is fun. Me and Kyle were on the phone the other night, and I slugged my new 358 Legend. It's about what did I say, Kyle? 365, 365.36.
I don't remember, man. That's your God, not mine. I don't need to remember that stuff.
3565, I believe is what it is, but there's only 3 grooves in it.
Yeah, so, that sounds right. It was right around there. Yeah. When you were saying 365 or 367, I'm like, yeah, that sounds awful big.
That's the groove size, Eddie. And there's 12 of them. I know that. But you can get, with 12 of them, they are directly across from each other, so you can get a legitimate measurement. But with a 3-groove rifling, which all of the old military rifles used to be 3 grooves, it's impossible to get straight across. You just can't do it. So there you go.
Well, it could be worse. You could have 5R.
Yeah, well,
I got a question for you, Jamie.
I've got an answer for you, Michael.
Have you tried the Lee 358 200 round flat in your 35 Remington?
Say those numbers again.
The Lee 358 200 round flat. It's a 200 grain.
I think that's Tim's bullet. That's the mold he bought, I believe.
My feelings are hurt. You obviously watch none of my videos.
I've probably seen it, but I forgot.
My whole 35 Remington load series is wrapped around that bullet.
Okay, that's what I figured.
And Kyle's been with me. We shot. I mean, they were all cloverleaf groups at 25 yards, going about 2,200 feet per second with that bullet at live fire with
Okay. That
Western Ramshot tack. Yes, I'm very familiar with that bullet. I had that bullet before Tim did, and that mine's a 2 cavity. He got the 6 cavity, so I'm gonna have to get the 6 cavity. But really, a 2 cavity or a single cavity really is most excellent for load development in my mind, because every single bullet is exactly the same. The more cavities
Yep.
you've got in that mold, the more chances you've got for something to be a little wanky.
Yep.
But that bullet works very good in 35 Remington. I'm counting on it working very good in 358 Legend. And I think I think me and Tim are going to get together and do some of that. What you got, Kyle?
It's a whole bunch of those exact bullets he was just talking about, and these are the ones that are sized and ready to load. There's a whole bunch sitting over here after a powder coating session that are mixed with 44s and 45s and 9mm, but this is the bullet that he is referring to.
Yep. And that's a gas check.
There's
Yep.
a gas check design.
And
Okay,
it is a
so
spectacular shooting bullet.
So here's the deal. You were talking about new firearms. Well, it just so happens a few minutes before I started cooking dinner, I just got home from my FFL, and I picked up that 1907 Winchester. That bullet right there, Mr. Log Cabin Looms does a video on it where he takes that bullet and he cuts off the gas check portion of it and makes it a flat, flat base bullet, and it shaves just enough off the weight to make it 180 grain, which is right around the size or the weight that you want to use in that rifle. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. And he even did a video where he milled off the top portion of the actual mold and got rid of the gas check portion of it, reassembled it, and then he just used it like that. And actually by doing that too, it also made for a great bullet to use in your 357 Magnum, whether it's a rifle or a handgun.
Yes.
And then just all I'd have to do is just size it down to 352, 353.
I think Lee designed that as an extremely heavy bullet for 357 Magnum, but I think what they did was they ripped off an RCBS design bullet that is very similar, if not identical.
Well, there's a Seiko also, an old Seiko design that I believe is a flat base design that's almost identical to that bullet.
Yeah. That bullet, I've seen that video you're talking about, Log Cabin Looms. And yeah, so Lead Bullet Junkies out there, we've been trying to get in touch with you so you could tell us what kind of bullets we can make for you, brother. So
I was about to start screaming, answer your emails, answer your text messages.
well, he is Lead Bullet Junkie.
Yeah.
He may just want the press. And Jerry, I would assume that it would. Mine drops at a perfect 358. Then I powder coat them and gas check them and run them through a 358 sizer, and they shoot great in my 35 Remington.
Yeah, the ones that I was just showing are running 362, I think.
And that's after they're powder coated.
Yeah, they're coated and gas checked and everything. Yeah.
So let's take care of some business, Mr. Chico.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just waiting. Let me restart my participants list. There we go. All chat. All chat. Participants. All right. Participants list goes Broke Loader, Fuzz T Fork 8, Ghost Rider, James Pollard, Jerry 1911. You got Lead Bullet Junkie, MCK, Pink Shears, Reloader 762, Single Shot, 6-Shooter Texan, Crazy Scotsman is on the panel with us, Thor's Axe, Tread, Uncle Jim, Vanessa Kitty. That is it on the participants list. And now let me scroll back over to the chat. So people that I missed, there's a lot of people. Pony _ 47. Jerry 1911 is on the panel with us. We got Uncle Jim's out there. Tread. Let me scroll up faster. Ghost Riders out there. Single Shot. Thor's X, Reloader 762, MCK. We got Rune. We got Eddie B, Big Al, Andy 79, Z28. Who else we got out there? A lot of people. We've got Daniel God is my judge. And more of you guys are out there. That was my last refresh. I know it's more of you guys out there. I'm seeing 50. That was nowhere near 50. It was probably close. About 20 or 30 I just called out. Let me scroll back to the bottom, make sure. OCD Outdoors is out there. He said, I'm back. And he's on the road. Uncle John is out there also. James Pollard. I want to say, guys and girls, thanks for joining us for another Friday night Jordan Shooting Connection live stream. 30 minutes in. You know what? I seen a suggestion out there for Jerry 1911, and it was from Reloader 762. He said, now would be a perfect time to practice on that weekend shooting. I don't know if he's thinking that. I was like, that's awesome. Alaska One Andy's out there also. Full Ed Taco. Hey, brother. Thanks for joining us. Big Al and Pink Shears. So, yeah, guys, thanks for joining us, guys and girls. We're always excited to have you. But if I can say something, I know we were talking about getting into start and reloading. What I need to do and what I should always do, especially because I'm a caster, I have yet to slug my Ruger American Predator barrel, and I have yet to slug my Rossi. So I have yet to buy any sizing dies because I don't want to buy one that's too big or too small. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I'm going to slug both of those barrels so that I can know what the size my bullets to.
All right, let me ask you this, Chico. Do you have a gun cleaning rod setup that you're willing to sacrifice?
No.
Do you have a shotgun cleaning rod setup? You know, more massive, more mass. That'll fit down the 308 barrel.
Nah, you said that won't fit down the 308 barrel?
No, that you need the rod to fit down the 308 barrel.
Right. I was gonna go to the hardware store or the Home Depot and pick up some wooden dials or even like Hobby Lobby or something like that. I do have a fiberglass rod over here, but I'm kind of
that'll shatter. It'll shatter.
Yeah. So
what I ended up using on my 44 Magnum was an old 12 gauge shotgun cleaning kit where the rods are, about yay big around, heavy duty. You got the different threads for the brushes and all that. Instead of just would you stop doing that? A fiberglass rod will shatter as you're trying to drive it. A wooden dowel will probably splinter. And what you need is just a sacrificial rod that you can drive, because you're going to have to beat it through there with a hammer. So the threads, no matter which end you go with, the threads ain't going to be worth the crap when you're done. But that's going to now be your slugging rod. So just find one you don't like and use it.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably going to go with a wooden dowel. I think that's a little more safe than anything I've got that I don't want to ruin. So yeah, I'm going to do that on both of those so I can get my proper size and die. And I see Lead Bullet Junkie said, just get a 358 and then, size it up, and I've seen Uncle Jim do that before. So, but that's what I'm gonna do so that I know it, that I'm when I cast my bullets, I size them to the correct diameter.
Yeah, Tread's right. Just bring it over here. I've already got a sacrificial rod. Come here. Quit trying to jump through my door. She's going to Walmart. Leave her alone.
Okay. Tread, we're going to be shooting for the weekend after Easter if they got room for us. So yeah, it's something else, Scotsman. We're for the Georgia Shooting Connection meetup in Greek. Hey, Warsaw, what's up, brother?
I talked to Scott the other day. He's working on it.
Yeah, my thought was the weekend after Easter, or maybe the weekend after that. But it's going to depend on when they're going to have room for us. Good night, Lee. Thoughts of an old soldier.
Good night, brother.
Yeah, I talked to Scott. He's working on it, and we'll get it figured out.
So while you're talking, while you're unmuted, you want to tell us about the progress of our fundraiser for Mr. Holster?
Absolutely. Real quick before I do that, though, since we're talking reload and new calibers and all that, you did mention 30-30. I do have some 30 caliber bullets, thanks to someone. I don't know which way this camera goes, but someone sent me 30 bullets, 30 caliber bullets. However, someone was nice enough to send me a whole bag of 30 brass. So I have a bunch of 30 brass, thanks to Harm. I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but thank you. Yeah, I picked up a whole bunch of factory ammo before I bought the gun. Be careful what you do. It's not the first time I bought ammo before I bought a gun. But as far as the fundraisers going, guys, we're doing really, really awesome. Guys, I can't thank you enough. I'm going to throw the link out there. But right now, we are $233 away from $3,000. So absolutely freaking awesome.
Spectacular.
And you're giving something away here, not this Sunday night, but next Sunday night, right?
That's right. We got a pre-ban AK-47 Vapor. And boy, is that thing pretty.
He's got a video up on it, guys. Y'all need to go look at that video. That is I am not an AK guy. There's one in my closet in a box. It's not seen the light of day since Lord only knows when. And I probably should get it out and shoot it some. It technically belongs to my stepson, but it's in my house and it's in my possession. What's it say? Possession is 9/10 of the law. But that was a beautiful firearm. It really
was. It's brand spanking new. He hasn't shot it, and this came from Mr. Holster himself, so it's even more special.
Absolutely. Hey, Idaho.
Good to see you, brother.
Warsaw likes AKs. We would expect no different.
So I gotta find someone else to do the drawing because I'm thinking probably gonna drop some entries in myself because thing looks pretty freaking sweet.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, brother. I'll be glad to help. You know that.
So I might have to have someone else do the drawing because I may have to drop some money in this. We'll see. We'll see. Because someone else, I actually won El Tenda's giveaway a while back. So I have a whole bunch of AK stuff from El Tenda, but I still don't have an AK. So it'd work out perfect.
So what you're saying is
I mean, I have 2 AKs I'm looking at, but this Vapor is pretty damn sweet.
What are you drinking there, Michael?
Chaucer's Mead.
Oh, and yeah,
It's all right.
MCK, MCK, thank you, brother, for bringing that up. Yeah, if you guys do donate and you do want an entry, be sure to email me. And I'll throw my email out there for you guys too.
There's Mr. Full Ed Taco. What's up, my brother?
Sorry, Michael, I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy.
By the way, Mr. Taco, Big Al won the mold. So his email address is up earlier in the comments. So me or somebody, I've been meaning to send you a message on Slack since last Friday night. But yeah,
You said you were drinking some mead there, Michael. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's from California, so what can you expect? It ain't all that great.
Look, man, we don't do politics on our live stream, but I gotta tell y'all, this week has been utterly disgusting. I'm telling you what, bunch of
Okay, let's cut it off right there. Let's just cut it off right there. Because I was on Thoughts of an Old Soldier's last Monday. He brought up politics and things went sideways. And I said, that's why we don't do that.
I'm going to say this, and you can listen or not, but I'm going to say how was it? I used to call my wife this. She's a teacher, and you know the reputation that teachers unions have, and I'd be like, "You are a tree hugging, bed wetting, bleeding hearted liberal." That's what I think of all of them. Yeah, and all that Virginia stuff. Taco said.
But pay close attention to Virginia, because this could set a precedent for the rest of this nation if Virginia can pull this, if the Patriots in Virginia can pull this out.
Well, like I said, we don't do politics on our live stream, but the liberals are already spreading that mess down here in Georgia, Jerry.
I know. And Kentucky.
Yeah, well, it ain't going to fly here in Georgia. We're going to do what we have to do to make sure that it don't. But the subject at hand is, when we get a new rifle, what are we going to do to start loading for it? Of course, we're going to gather up all the brass, figure out what bullets we got to get, and we're going to have to gather all of the load data that we can possibly get our hands on, right?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the way it rolls.
I went out and bought a small case of 125 7.62 by 51 M80s just to get some a baseline for my 308 and fire form some brass so that I can start reloading it, because it really isn't any good until you fire form it. You buy all the new brass.
The most important aspect that you need to look at. Yes, you can acquire the brass, you can buy the bullets and all that stuff. The thing is, buy small amounts of bullets and see what you like, and more importantly, what the gun likes. And then you play around with different powders, because you can fine tune any bullet. It doesn't matter if it's not even designed to be shot in that caliber. You can fine tune that thing to do exactly what you want. And I've done that in several calibers. I'm shooting bullets that were never designed to be shot in a 308 and getting out outstanding results out of them. It's just going into the field, have your reloading press with you, and start experimenting. Start shooting 3-round groups, see what happens. But yeah, the powder choice is huge. Bullet weight, bullet style, all that's huge too. You get you a bullet weight in a jacketed bullet, and then you can start playing around with cast bullets, and you can get the same accuracy and effects with cast bullets as you can with jacketed in most cases. Depends on what you're doing with them.
Aren't you shooting something like a 220 grain bullet in your 308?
My pet load's a 208 8 max.
Yeah.
And I challenge you to find any load data for that thing. I had to make it, but it might be out there now. But 2 years ago, when I started loading it and building it up, what I did was I sat on one side of the lake, the target was on the other. I had the reloading press screwed to a bench that I was shooting from, and I would load 3 rounds, shoot them. That's not enough. Load 3 rounds, shoot them. That's not enough. Load 3 rounds, shoot them. Yeah, we're getting close. Then I wasn't seeing any pressure spikes or anything like that, so I would make a fairly large jump, like half a grain at a time. Yeah, that just opened up. So let's dial it down a little bit. And I dialed it down, and it's it's a hot charge. And when you pull the handle down on it, you can feel the bullet crunching the powder. So it is a compressed load, but there's no massive powder signs, and it's a 208 grain bullet going around 2650, depending on the temperature. That's before I killed the chronograph. 2650 out of my 308, and I can hit a hunk of paint at 300 yards with it. So I mean, it's a really good round in my gun. I've actually got a video on that. It's one of my earlier videos.
Yeah, I'd caution you to not to think that because you've got a load worked up for one rifle that it's automatically going to work good in another one.
That's why I didn't give the load data out, sir, because no 2 rifles are the same.
Yeah, you back down and start working it up slowly again is what I think.
Always err on the safe side. You can always buy more powder, but when that thing explodes in your face, it's pretty hard to buy more eyes.
Yeah, Jerry, you got one of those Kimber 9mm, don't you?
No, I've got a Kimber 1911 45.
I thought you had a micro 9.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got a micro 9. Yeah, I love it.
That's a Kimber, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Kimber. 1 second, I'll go get it.
No,
bad, no, bad, no, bad, no. No bad, no.
Thank you.
Bad, no.
I forgot. Dang, I keep forgetting the trigger snowflake.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have.
See, I think they did that on purpose to slip us up, and we end up showing a gun, and then they're like, naughty.
I made about 4 steps, and Kyle's over there. No.
You remember how I always say that somebody's upside down? Look at Michael's signs right now.
That's what I was saying. Michael's upside down. You just noticed that?
Yeah, I've been reading the side chat.
Now, on YouTube.
That was spectacular. Thank you.
On YouTube, he's showing right side up, but on StreamYard, he's showing upside down.
Oh, that was weird as hell. We always tell people, no, we can see you, but you're upside down. Now here he is upside down.
Yeah, like I said, on YouTube, he's showing right side up, but on StreamYard, he's showing upside down.
Oh man, that was funny.
Yeah, it happened to me once with Chico. Chico was showing upside down. He didn't believe me. I had to take a picture and text it to him. Everyone else it showed fine, but on me it showed him upside down.
Yeah, and Uncle Jim. Let's not test the waters. But yes, Jamie, I do have a Micro 9. Love it. It was a little bit finicky when we first got it a year ago, and there was a lot of ammo it didn't want to take, didn't want to feed reliably, didn't want to eject consistently.
No.
Put about 500 rounds through it. It's coming in really good now.
My dog's over here eyeballing my fat wood I've been collecting on our little hikes. And I'm like, no, that's mine. Yeah, Uncle Jim, you're all about testing the waters when it's not on your channel. Oh, and I was smart enough to open your Christmas card outside, and I've still got glitter on me.
Yeah, Uncle Jim, Angel accused him of stopping by the strip club on the way home.
There's glitter everywhere.
Here you go, ladies.
What are you doing?
Make it rain.
Yeah, I can make it hail. I'll throw a roll of pennies in there.
Ouch. That's cruel. So I'm anxious to see Scotsman with some 30-30 videos. That's going to be cool. That's a beautiful rifle you got too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 30-30. I got to pick up some dies and some other stuff still, obviously, but
No, mine. No.
we'll get that going here shortly. As far as pistol calibers, next pistol caliber is going to be 45. I already have the dies for it. I just got to set it up. And thanks to another guy, I got some 45 bullets, like someone over here.
Just the opposite way.
I know, but I don't know which one's the opposite way because it doesn't work. It's weird. But anyway, but yeah, no. Thanks to someone else, I have some 45 bullets, so I will be doing some 45 loads here pretty soon too. Right now, I'm just finishing up the 44 loads, and we'll get those to the range as soon as the snow disappears, or whenever Dale decides he can stand and walk and actually shoot for more than 5 minutes. And I'll go down to Daniel's and shoot it. So
there you go. We've got this little place. It's our little secret honey hole. I like to take the dog on the weekends and walk around. And there's all kinds of pine trees laying around. And all the ends look like this. I mean, they're just broke off. Hang on. Oh, yep. There's that whole which way did they go thing. They're just rotten. Well, you take your little pocket saw out, and you've got some amazing fat wood in there. And that's what she's eyeballing. And she really, okay, I'll do it again. Oh, wrong hand. Oh, yeah. You got some amazing fat wood, but I mean, it's just rotten tree stumps. And I cut them off the trunk, and they're just beautiful fat wood. And she's eyeballing them. No, these are mine. We'll get you some. We'll get you your own tomorrow. You can chew on your own. Don't look at me all sad like that. Don't do that.
And if you buy real Christmas trees, just limb them and put them in your garage. And actually, if you hang them upside down in your garage, within about a year, I'd give it about 3 years so that they dry out real good.
How many people have a big enough garage
will
to
run
hang 3 Christmas trees in?
All that sap will run through that tree, and that whole thing will be fat wood.
This is just rotten crap that's laying down in the middle of the woods. Walk over there, kick it. If it doesn't fall apart, whip your saw out and start sawing on it. And that's what you run into. I'm taking all that up to Tack and Brenda and Brandon next September, I think, for her birthday.
Are you sure? Do you need to go a little bit more and figure it out?
I do it a little bit longer because I'm still not sure. I'm sure she'll let me know when to bring it. But we're going up there next. We're going to Iowa next year, so it's going to be fun. But I've got a bunch more to cut up and gather, and I'm gonna be giving it away to a lot of people.
Yeah, Kyle, be careful what you're showing, man. You can't show stuff on here anymore. Remember?
Oh no.
Warsaw, I never have, man, but that's an interesting story. It makes me think. Yeah, maybe a dime would fit down the barrel of a 1911, but I don't know. I don't know.
No, it was a 12 gauge. Best $1.80 I ever spent.
Roll of quarters.
Some of y'all will get that. Some of y'all will not.
No, lead bullet. It's for anybody, buddy. It's for anybody doing live streams, and they actually have someone watching every live stream. So yes, there's some jackwagon watching this live stream right now at YouTube headquarters.
Hello, you communist beep sucker.
I hope you're learning something.
Yes, I hope you are, because we're trying to teach people. That's who we are. That's what we do. We teach the American people because that's who we are and that's who we care about.
And if I may say so too, that's what America's about.
It blows my mind. Okay, well they've succumbed to the new rules. Let's make up some more where they can't do shit. Oh hell, they've bypassed those too. Let's come up with some more.
Hey Kyle, show up on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time. I got a few things planned for these wonderful people that are trying to take some of our freedoms away.
Oh Lord, we're all gonna eat Tide Pods.
Good night, Miranda.
We're going to show people how to eat Tide Pods with fire extinguisher hoses up their
Good night, Miranda.
So,
good night, Eddie.
I'm sorry, I'm running people off if I am. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to be humorous and probably failing miserably. Don't start.
we had Grant, bigger behind the trigger, wanting to know if anybody had any gas-lead bullets that hadn't been sized or powder coated yet. What I think me and Chico can fix you up with some 358, 357.
Yeah, I don't have any in that realm. I got something 30 cal though, Grant.
Which 358s, Jamie?
Semi-wad cutters. Heath design. Edward, I'd be afraid to try it, buddy. Really.
Yeah, you can't do anything. You can't show a picture of it. Nothing. However, you can make videos all day long. You just can't.
Let me grab another.
Do it on a live stream.
Yep.
Those kind of semi-wad cutters?
Yeah.
Can you show the magazine out of one?
I would highly advise against that also. I watched Hank Strange's video, and basically what happened, YouTube contacted him. They made him sign a non-disclosure agreement that he couldn't release a video before they went public with it. And they were even talking about in his video, like even a replica, advise against it. A BB gun, advise against it.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
So, who's gonna be the guinea pig? We won't be the guinea pig. So
hang on, YouTube.
But so yeah, and I even some things like I even think crossbow came up somewhere in there. So you know what I mean?
You can go to the quench bucket and get some 40 cals. I haven't sized or powder coated these yet.
Their policy basically isn't. I mean, I'd be iffy to show a goat gun. If you guys know the miniature guns, I'd be iffy about showing those.
But blunderbusses are okay.
Huh?
Blunderbusses are okay?
No. But don't worry. I got something special planned.
Right.
I need to be there Sunday, huh?
Yeah, Tin Man, don't show your guns, bud.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me see how I can tempt. Well, it is my buddy Jamie's. If it was my channel, I'd get creative, but it's my buddy Jamie's channel. Man, my eyes itching. God.
Mhm.
Some business we probably should throw out there, Chico, just to let some of our viewers know what's going on. We were approached by a company to offer you guys a discount code, and we would get a commission. We have sent them back a reply. They sent us an agreement telling them that we did not want a commission, and we certainly did not want the tax liability. We didn't want no 1099s coming to nobody. So since then, we have not heard back from them. If they want to give a discount code that we can share with you guys and send us some stuff to, first of all, I don't want to get too far into this, but I'm not recommending to you guys a product that I have not tried out. So until they send us something, and we'll pay for it, but until they send something for us to try, no, we're not.
Somebody popped in.
You won't be seeing a link.
You got somebody backstage, yeah.
Michael's having difficulties tonight.
I was of the opinion you can take your rebates and stick them somewhere. But if you'd love to send us some product to review so we could sell more of your product, I'd be more than happy to torture test somebody else's stuff and see how good it works. And if it works good, I'll throw a full 2 thumbs up. I'll go Siskel and Ebert on that.
Hey, you know, I got an idea about it. I think they will reply. I just think they were not expecting us to kind of politely decline their,
right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, we're all in agreement with this, you know, basically our Georgia Shooting Connection, and it made sense. We don't want a 1099, and we don't want to give out or recommend a company on stuff that we haven't tried, you know.
Yeah, and if the side chat goes ballistic and starts buying stuff from this company left and right, next thing you know, we're all gonna get 1099 for it. and I don't want that. You ain't getting my social security number. But if you want to send me a magazine that you say is awesome, I'll be sure to throw it through the mud, drive over it with the truck, put it in the gun, see if it still goes bang.
So yeah, we will see. We don't have high hopes for that, but we'll see how that plays out. Anything else? Did y'all finish talking about new guns? It jumped around about 5 times.
No, that topic has not grabbed any traction. We're not getting any replies from the side chat. And
well, how about them Braves? Shit.
Well, let me ask you this: does anyone have a firearm on their Christmas wish list?
I got a bunch of them, but I'm not gonna get any.
That's what my 308 was.
You already pissed off Angel enough. We know you're not getting anything.
I don't. Do I have a fire? No, I don't have a firearm on my Christmas wish list. I do have some cans on my Christmas wish list.
I would love to have a FN Scar 308.
Who wouldn't?
Just because I'd use the boot to start kicking never mind.
The answer to that question, Scotsman, is every soldier in the American Army is the right answer to that. I think we've I don't know. I just okay. That's okay, Michael. Let me put that up there. I think it's time that we kind of I think most of the militaries in the world are now using the FN Scar. Jerry, you know anything about that?
Yeah, it's getting to be pretty popular with military. All kinds of militaries. I know the Austrians have been using it. The Swiss played with it quite a bit. Germans played with it. There's certain elements within special forces community that's using the FN SCAR. It's pretty good firearm, recognized by a lot of people. I think the Australians are using it too.
Yeah, the scars are awesome. If you guys haven't shot one, go shoot one. They're freaking awesome.
I just have a problem with the $2,700 price tag.
Well, yeah.
$3,500 price tag if you get the 308.
I'm talking
heavy. Yeah.
I'm talking about the get in model. I ain't talking about what you want.
but I will tell you, you look at the price tag and you go, wow. But you go shoot it, you go, yeah. I could see me paying that.
I did find a 308. It was a stripped down model, and you could tell it had the same action, but that was it. None of the aesthetics was the same. None of the comfort, none of the anything was the same, and it was about $29.50, and it was on clearance.
Yeah, I've shot.
I'm paying that much money for a gun I don't want.
There are several models of
I've shot the full on 308 suppressed, and that thing was sick.
Oh, they're just amazing.
Yeah, that's the SCAR 17 heavy.
They are stupid.
Yeah,
but they're stupid expensive.
There's $3,500 for that one, and you know what? If I had it, I'd pay it. It's worth it.
Oh Lord, here's Johnny.
So we had a couple of. There's one. Edward has a taste like mine.
I know I'm not getting it.
Edward, if I had a spare one, I would send it to you, but I just don't have a spare.
Oh, Johnny's here.
Tin Man, be good.
There's Full Ed Tacos.
Nice.
Yes.
You know, Full Ed Taco on the Chris Vectors, man, be real careful. I've shot the 45 before, and they are very, very finicky. For what they charge for those, I'm just gonna say too many issues for what they have on the price tag.
Tread, I just got my lead dies. There's a little bit of data. Basically, they're using 4 different powders. Well, 5. 125 grain bullet. It's Hodgson Little Gun, Winchester 296, H110, and IMR 4227. And then same for the 147, same for the 180 grain, except for the 180 grain, they add CFE black.
You've still got 4227, right, Jamie?
I do.
All right.
Thanks to you, brother.
Well, I just want you to give it a fair shake. If not, I got more. Old Johnny's reloading bench is asking if everybody's got their Glock 44. Believe he was referring to the new Glock
22 long rifle. Yeah.
22 long rifle.
Yeah.
It's too hard to keep up with all Glock's numbers, but I'm pretty sure I knew what he was talking about.
Just the Glock.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste the money.
Tread, I see no problem with that with a heavy bullet.
I like my Ruger Mark. It works great. I can shoot beer cans at 100 yards all day long. So.
Yeah.
Big Al, I think you're on the meds, man. That's funny. I'm sorry. I just thought that was funny.
Plowboy Jonas for another 44 mag something Smith and Wesson. That would be a 29.
Yeah.
Smith and Wesson are your friends.
It is your best friend.
A 29 or a 629.
Yeah, you got to go with 29. You got to go with that good old blued steel, man. Blued steel and wood grips. You can't go wrong all day.
I'm telling you, I like my stainless steel with the rosewood grips on it, but I would like to have me a 44 Magnum, nice blued steel and just old school. But I do like my Red Hawk.
Trust me, Jerry. I got one in stainless, and it's not a 629. It's actually a 29, but it's super rare. But
Yeah,
it was a misstamp apparently. I actually had it verified by Smith & Wesson. But yeah, it's fun. There's nothing like blued steel, brother.
blue steel's pretty. I mean, especially Smith & Wesson does it right when it comes to bluing. Stuff looks like it's just covered in oil. You know, it's so deep and so rich. But I'm kind of a practical guy. I get out in the woods and hunt and things like that. So I can't really be worried about scratching one or having it rust up on me or whatever. And so I have to keep stainless.
Oh, LBJ had a pretty good comment. Not that he would buy anything Glock, but he was kind of looking forward to a pistol caliber carbine coming out. I would say that would be well worth looking into if they would produce one. I know my buddy's got one of those the high point 40 cal, and it feels like a plastic stormtrooper movie prop, but it's a fine shooting little carbine rifle. Man, everybody's trying to read the side chat and nobody's saying anything.
There's a few of those pistol carbine rifles that I've shot that, you know, the Kel-Tec Sub 2000.
Yep.
It shoots well. Put a little optic on it. It shoots very well. That what's the other one? The Ruger 243 Outdoors had that at the Dead Zero. That thing shoot awesome.
It was. That was fun to shoot. That was nice. I like that.
And I think both of those took the Glock mags. And there's another one. And then you got your standard AR9s that you know you can get them with different magazines that take different magazines. But if I was to buy another gun, that's the route I'm going. Pistol, carbine, rifle, pistol, whatever. You know.
There you go. Reloader 7.62. Got the high point in 45, and it's dead nuts accurate as well. I love shooting Worms little 44 or a 40 cal. That thing it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, if I got one, it would be 40 caliber because I've got 2 or 3 handguns in 40 caliber. My problem is the whole Glock mag thing. I don't own any Glocks.
Well,
You're a wise man for not doing so.
Yeah, you know, Glock dependable. Chico, you were there.
Just get you some CZs, brother. I know you got one. Just get you some more CZs. You're good to go. Don't worry about the whole Glock thing. Just CZ all the way. Or you know, if you got a little bit of chunk change floating around, get you an FN scar. You know.
Yeah, that's my problem. The next thing I'm going to get is going to be a lever action 357, and I'm thinking more along the lines of a Marlin rather than the other one, the Rossi.
Yeah, and it's funny, you know. Before I got the 30-30, that's exactly what I was trying to find was a 357. And then I sent you the message saying, hey, I found this ammo on clearance, you know, and it was a stupid price, like stupid price. It wasn't even clearance price. It was just a stupid price. And I'm like, hey, is this a good deal? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Started buying it up and bought a crap ton of 30-30. And before you know it, we got a 30-30.
Well, that's what
Boy, is she pretty.
That's what it is. Yes, that is a beautiful rifle. That's what led me into the 44 Magnum is winning Taco. Winning Taco's giveaway.
So now I still got to buy a 357 lever gun. Still got to figure out which one I want now.
Yeah,
Major problem.
yeah. The Marlin with my eyes, I just gotta be able to put some kind of a optic on it, preferably a low power scope, and Rossi doesn't lend itself well to that. I mean, it can be done, but yeah. And Winchester is just way out of. I would love a Winchester in 357 Magnum, but they're just so expensive.
Yeah, they're way up there, and I thought about that too, but man, it's just definitely way up there.
Big Al.
What's his name? TR Prepper got one. That sucker was beautiful, color case hardened, octagon barrel. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a real nice one, and it's pretty, man. I've seen it. It's pretty.
He had to send it back though, didn't he? Having issues, but he got it back and everything was fixed.
Well, he bought the Winchester, and it was the Japanese made one. But Uncle Jim, I don't have a choice anymore, brother. I just don't have a choice.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Big Al. I'm sorry.
No, I thought you were talking about TR Prepper.
No, I was talking about Big Al. He got a Henry, beautiful rifle, and was having all kinds of problems and sent it out. Then
yeah, he was having problems with it racking. It wasn't racking smoothly.
Yeah, and he got it back, and he said smooth as butter now. So guess they did a little fine polishing on it for him.
Yep.
I would have done that myself. There's Jesse B. He must be back.
See, and let me ask you this, Jamie, since you're going blind, have you tried like the peep sights on the rear?
No, I have not tried that.
Okay. Well, before you go scope, go peep.
All right.
I will let me know what firearm you pick up when you pick one up, and I'll get you taken care of on the peep sight.
You can be a peeping Jamie.
Yeah, and Rossi offers. Well, I don't want to say they offer everybody know the guy who does all the Rossi work. I think he's got a website. I forget his name, but they sell a lot of aftermarket stuff for those Rossis and peep sights and those what's the kind of sight you got on yours, Scotsman?
I knew someone was going to ask.
I forget what they call it. I forget the name what they call it. It's
I'd have to look it up. I honestly can't remember.
The type.
I'm thinking about getting the tank sight for my Marlin.
Yeah, the tank sight works good too. Trying to remember what the hell. I can't remember the name. I'd have to look it up. But
it's right on the tip of my tongue. I forget the name of it. It's the type. It's not the model, but the type of sight it is.
Yeah, and they're not cheap sights.
Yeah, that's correct.
But yeah, no, Jamie. Whenever you decide to pick one up, brother, let me know what you're picking up, and I'll get you fixed up on the peep sight.
Well, I appreciate that very much. I'll give that a try before I put a scope on it. And I do have some new glasses, and I'm hoping that's going to help. But it sure did help Julio Ocean.
Yeah.
It helped come out.
There you go. Full head tackle. Thank you, man. Skinner sight.
Yeah, Skinner.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got on there. The Skinner sight, and they run usually. I think for the 44 mag, I think I paid like 85. But trust me, it's well worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah, I think most of them run anywhere between, like you said, about 85 to about 125, depending on who makes it and the design and things like that, and all the little features. So,
Yeah.
but you're going to spend about that much for a scope anyway,
Oh yeah,
This
easy,
way.
easy,
at
easy.
least. Yeah.
This way.
Yeah.
Hi, Rigby.
Hi.
Yeah, but I love the center sight on mine, the peep sight. I can pick it up super quick and get right on target. I'm not lever guns to me is an old school thing, kind of like a revolver. It's old school. Should be straight up iron sights as best as you possibly can. So keeping it as much as possible, putting a peep sight on there works really well for me. I still got that old school look. I'm not got a giant ass scope on there, you know. So
Hey, Rigby.
Don't touch nothing.
Don't turn it off again.
Don't touch nothing.
Rigby,
what do you do?
I gotta go with it. Whatever.
Whatever.
That's all I got out of that. You gotta like you were already told earlier. You gotta not, get them out there. You're a big girl. You're not a little girl. You're a big girl.
That's right. You're a big girl now.
I want to do.
Is Santa Claus going to bring you something?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you going to be a good girl?
Yeah.
What do you want Santa Claus to bring you?
I want a present.
What do you want Santa Claus to bring you?
Santa wants a present for me.
Yeah, he's going to bring a present for you if you're a good girl.
It's funny how it works much better now. You can actually understand what she's saying. You bring up Santa and presents, and bam, she can talk.
Hey, the site I was thinking about was the Ghost Ring site. I like those too.
Yep, the ghost ring ones are good too. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I went and when I got mine, I picked up the Skinner site, and I forget where I found it at. I have to look it up again. I forget what site I found it on, but I found it on one site that I shop on fairly regular, and with a decent price.
Yeah.
Do you want a suppressor, Rigby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, Rigby. Me too.
Hey, Rigby, you gotta wait 13 months at least.
Yeah. I like
Santa will bring you the paperwork and you can fill it out.
Yeah, but then you got to get it notarized and signed off by the sheriff and everything else. It's weird.
Yeah. Full Ed Taco was talking about take the aperture out and it's a ghost ring, and I would love to try them. I really like the way Uncle Jim just made him one. That was pretty cool.
Mm.
And I think I can do that. Probably won't turn out as nice, but I could probably come up with something. I got a buddy that's got like running there with Mimi. Got a buddy that's got some stuff I could help. Got a welder and stuff.
Yeah, there's a guy who does all the Rossi stuff. It's steveguns.com, and he does it's a lot of sites on there. I'm looking at them now. I think Michael Sines actually sent me the link for it back when I got my Rossi, but he's got the peep sites, the ghost ring sites, he's got all your standard and your different size buckhorn sites. I don't care for the buckhorn sites, but I'm getting used to them on my Rossi. So, because they were like a learning curve, so to speak.
Yeah, I think the idea there is to have two steps in that sight, one for close up, one for distance, and
right.
Then you'll learn to put it in the middle to adjust. So yeah, bigger. We can probably come up with you some semi-wad cutters in 38. Do you have 44 as well? Red Bullet Junkie, you want the link to? Give me that, Ruby. She's trying to steal my Teddy Grams, y'all.
Oh no, she didn't.
You have.
Is Lead Bullet Junkie talking about that site I was just talking about? Or are you talking about something else?
I think he's talking about. So you just bigger. You need 357, 358. Yeah, we can do some of that. Lead Bullet Junkie, are you talking about the link to the sites Chico was talking about? He can put it up there for you.
There you go, brother. I just put it in there.
Don't be messing with the Teddy Grams.
Yeah, I have to check that out. And I would prefer to keep my lever guns slick, but I can't see anymore. And Jerry, I've got these for you when I get a chance to cast you up some bullets. I'm gonna send these as well.
Yeah, we'll give it a try when this heals up.
Yeah, you'll have to get you something to raise up your comb height. But then again, that makes it almost impossible to get your head down to look underneath there to the iron sights at close range.
The dilemma.
You know, everything in life's a swap off, you know. Cloth seats get dirty, but leather seats make your butt sweat. So what are you going to do?
Those are facts. Those are facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tell you good stuff, man.
Just Jamie the philosopher.
I don't know if I'd call that philosophy.
Yeah, those are facts, man. It's just
Oh, with a beard like his, he's got to be a philosopher, right?
one of my favorite philosophers were Tom T. Hall, if you know who that is.
Yeah, he put it all to music.
Yep. Because after all, it's faster horses, younger women, older whiskey, and more money.
More money.
So, Jesse B, if you're still out there, you can check your email, buddy.
And you know what? I'm glad you said his name because I was just about to ask him a question. Have you, Jesse B, have you started casting yet? Because I know you got that pot, right? Didn't he get a pot?
He got a pot. Yeah, he should be casting.
On the pot, and he won some lead. So I was wondering. I know he got some molds, I think.
Yeah, I've been promising to send him a bunch of lead for quite a while, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Now I guess I've got time.
Night,
Thanks.
Taco.
Yeah, Taco. Thanks for stopping in, brother.
See you, Taco.
Yeah, man. Thanks for dropping in, buddy.
Stay warm, neighbor.
Snow out there, ain't it?
No, not right now. We're pretty clear, but it's down in the low 20s right now.
We're pretty cold down here for Georgia. I know a lot of people.
I don't even know how cold it is down here. It's not.
No, it's 29 this morning.
It's not terrible outside. It's it's 40 degrees here. So
I think it was 18 degrees when I got home at 6:30 this morning from Reno.
Excuse me. It's been a long time since 5 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Uncle Jim and his taco.
By the time I got home this morning, after my wife had driven 525 miles over to Reno to get me, and then I drove back, she'd been up for well over 24, and I'd been up for 24. So we were both pretty wiped out when we got home this morning.
At 22 degrees, my leather seats ain't sweating anything.
And you're sticking.
It was a fairly chilly day here by Georgia standards.
Yeah, like I said this morning, my right at the job it said 29. So I was like,
I don't want to hear it, guys. I don't.
20,
No.
bro. I mean, I'm from the South. I kind of like the cold.
I was at work not last night, but the night before, and it was supposedly it was 15 degrees outside. No, it was probably more like 5 degrees. And inside at work, it was right around there too. It was cold, very cold. I had my hands in my pocket pretty much the entire time, freezing my butt off.
Well, and you've got the humidity too, Scotsman. So that adds to that cold.
Yep. And we had the wind chill. We had the wind chill, the lake effect, and the wind chill. It was horrible, absolutely freaking horrible. And it's funny because I looked at the thermometer there that we have sitting on the counter at work. I said 55, and I'm nowhere near 55 degrees. If it was 55, I'd be loving it.
I
You
used
take
to love
50
cold.
off there, you're probably better, right? Yeah, it was like 5 degrees, 10 degrees. It was ridiculously cold. I think I had probably 6, 7. Trying to stay warm.
I can tell you, I've been in North Dakota when it was negative 40 with 50-mile-an-hour winds, and that's cold. You can't really tell the difference between 0 degrees and negative 40 when there's 50-mile-an-hour winds. It's just cold. But, yeah, it'll just kill you quicker. But God almighty, that is cold.
Yep.
There's Tack.
They're ridiculous. Yeah, I had to. The forklift ran out of propane. I'm like, yep, I'm not going outside. We're leaving it. First shift can take care of it.
It's dead.
Well, the problem is with a propane forklift, you have to go out there and the fuel lines are already cold just because of the propellant that it's running. Then you got to break the ice off of them bastards and unscrew it.
I wasn't touching it, man. It ran out. I'm like, it's like borderline, like this much left in there. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not taking it outside. So no way. I'm not doing it.
It's dead. It died.
All for a shift. They can take care of it.
What happened to the forklift? It's on solar power and the sun's not out.
It's the new green forklift.
The green new forklift. Oh Lord.
The wind's not blowing hard enough and there's no sun.
Tack, I'm gonna try to see if I can snag up Chico and bring him with us to your meetup next year. I think he'd enjoy the company.
Chico, do you want to do that thing you do? We only did.
Yeah, I was just looking. Let me open up my other page over here. Let me switch over to it and let it populate because it's moving. I don't know what when I switch tabs, it's like the side chat catch up or something. I don't know. But let me see. Let me go up to the top because it's still moving. So we got Texas Outlaw Michael Signs. We got Johnny's Reloading Bench. We got Uncle Jim. We got Warsaw Patriot. Jerry 1911's on the panel with us. Big Al. Ghost Rider. Single Shot. Pony _47. James Pollard. Tread. Cloud Boys. Ghost. We've got Chris 338. Hey, brother. Lead Bullet Junkie. Jesse B. Outdoors. HMR Weapons Machinist. Oh, did I lose my spot? Yep, because it moved. We've got 6-Shooter Texan, Hemi Scrub, Full Up Taco stepped out. We thank him for joining us, and all of you guys. Ghost Rider, some more of you guys. Reloader 762. Some comment more than others, and that's why. Alaska 1 Andy.
That was cool that he told Rigby hello from the North Pole.
Larry Palmer, It's a lot of you guys out there. We definitely thank you for joining us for Friday night. Enjoy the Shooting Connection live stream with no guns involved, and West Covina Dodge, Bigger Behind the Trigger was out there. I'm sure he still is.
Oh yeah, he's there.
Red Raider Reloading. I didn't see Mr. Irby yet. He's a lurker though. He is a lurker. He may step in now. He may say something.
Charlie was here earlier. I seen him make a comment.
Okay. Vanessa Kitty's out there. Let's see. It's more of you guys. And that is it. Then let me do this participants list. Armory and Access. See, I didn't even see him. Andy 79 Z28, AOK Foraging and Adventures. Bigger Behind the Trigger. Hemi Scrub, HMR Weapons Machinist. JCM 45. Hey, brother. John's Hand Loading. Plowboys Ghost. Reloaded 762. Single Shot. Texas Outlaw Michael Science. Tread. Uncle Jim, Vanessa Kitty, and West Covina Dodge. I'm sure it's more of you guys. This system is never perfect. Shouting everyone out. Or maybe it's just my system. So we definitely appreciate all you guys spending, ladies and gentlemen, spending your time with us for a Friday night where you can be other places. So that is it. Thanks, everyone. Armory and Axes. Thanks, brother, for joining us.
It's good to see JCM and Armament and Axes and everybody else. It's been a minute since we've seen those two anyway.
So thank you, Mr. Chico.
Oh, my pleasure, brother.
You always do that so well.
I'm still learning, man. I'm still a rookie at it.
Oh, you the man.
I just ain't never had no squibs on this one, but so.
Those are my thoughts too, James and Andy. But we also know that that being said, let's go in and dig into that. We know that lead is sufficiently softer than the steel in our barrels. But if you think about it, it's not. Copper is also softer than the steel in our barrels. It's not the metal running down the barrel that shoots it out. It's the heat and the friction.
Yep.
So it depends on how hot you're running that lead, in my opinion. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually part of what burns out a barrel is the fire from the explosion or from the fast burn of the powder. Fire cutting, flame cutting. That's what usually gives you throat erosion.
Yeah, it tends to wear from the chamber out and from the muzzle in. So you could slug your barrel and it'd still be the same diameter, same size as when you originally slugged your barrel when the gun was new. Problem is, they could only be like 6 to 8 inches that's actually got rifling in it.
Yeah, the middle of it's still smooth. Uh-oh. West Covina's got to go.
Yeah, he got busted.
Mama.
Good night. Good night, Pat. He didn't say that. He didn't say tread.
What? Somebody needs a new barrel. That's what it sounds like.
What you'll notice is your standard go-to loads will start wandering all over the place, and you've cleaned your gun as clean as you can get it, and then you've put several fouling shots down it to build up your copper equilibrium or whatever, and it still don't shoot worth anything. It's done. It's time. And it takes quite a few rounds. I've ruined a couple of barrels, but 2 of them have been in 223s that I just didn't care about and did a lot of rapid fire through. One was a 308 and one was a 300 Win Mag, but they had thousands of rounds through them. And that's correct. The throat sees most of the erosion, and it's a lot less with lead because those factors are less. Yeah, that's true. John's reloading beds. And thank you for being here, by the way.
Yeah, shooting hot 110 grain loads out of a Smith and Wesson is asking to cut that top strap, that top frame, and it'll do the same thing on a Ruger. It only takes longer because the Ruger's a lot thicker. But then again, it has to be because it's cast instead of forged. So. Yeah, Lead Bullet Junkie Michael's taught us that. Let me show y'all. Hot water and dish soap.
It seems kind of weird, but yeah, it seems
works.
like it would work. Yeah.
Yeah, what Uncle Jim said, light, fast bullets and revolvers bad. Everybody is so caught up in having the fastest round they can get, and that powder's got to burn somehow to propel that bullet fast, and they're putting a lot of heat into that chamber.
I'm just the opposite. I like shooting lug nuts out of mine. If I can find some way to cram a big truck lug nut into a 44 Magnum, that's what I'm shooting. Because if it gets anywhere near you, it'll suck your brains out of your ear hole.
I don't have any, so I don't have to worry about it.
What, lug nuts or brains?
Brains.
That tends to. I got a couple of guys I work with that reload, and we always talk about different bullet types and stuff like that. And actually, Worm coined that phrase. He goes, "Good God, a 245 grain coming out of a 45. That's like getting hit with a lug nut. You ain't going to walk away from that."
Who did? Somebody did a comparison with fast rounds and slow rounds, and slow rounds were actually opening up more and causing more devastation than the fast rounds because they weren't opening up and they were passing through. So,
yeah, the funny thing is, we all work on big trucks, so a lug nut to us is a 33 millimeter, not your standard 3/4 inch. 33 millimeter is what, Chico? Inch and 5/16?
Yeah, 1 5/16, I believe.
Yeah, so it's not a 3/4 lug nut; it's a 1 5/16 lug nut. So whenever I refer to lug nuts, that's what it is. Like getting hit with a lug nut.
yeah, that's a pound. That's a pound of steel right there.
Is my yard on fire? What? I don't get it.
Who said that?
Big Al asked me if my yard was on fire.
He sees the smoke from your cigarette.
Oh, yes, the yard is on fire. That's how many laps Baloo has made around the pool. She's done set the yard on fire.
Later, AOK.
Good night.
Good to see you, sweetie. Thank you for stopping by, hon. Merry Christmas to you and Brenda as well. Smoke in the winder.
He is from Alabama, ain't he?
Hey, they
People from Alabama.
They wrote a song about that.
Nice smoke on the water.
Water, winder, same thing. I can put water on the winder. Oh Lord.
Just not on YouTube.
As long as it doesn't involve firearms, you'll be okay.
I can't use a water gun to put water on the winder. Son of a. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's a fine line, brother. But we're on their playground, so you know we got to use their slide. So
Yeah, we got to use it.
Technically yes and technically no. So
I like the way
it's gonna be a fun one Sunday. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Hey, and I know Jesse B's out there, and I know he said earlier he was talking about casting. He hasn't got a mold yet, and I believe he shoots mainly 9 or 45, but mainly 9, I think. And I'll tell you what, as when I first started, this is how I ain't gonna say this is how I messed up. I bought a 2-cavity mold and a 6-cavity mold, both of them different mold designs. Like one of them was a 124 grain truncated cone, and the other one was 124 grain round nose. And when I first used that 6-cavity mold, I sent the 2-cavity back because I said I'm gonna go buy me another 6-cavity. So if you're gonna get a mold, probably get you one of those Lee 6-cavities starting off. You'll enjoy it more.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna do casting, if you can get the 6-cavity, get the 6-cavity for sure.
And Jesse, hit us up because we've probably got the bullets that you're looking for between all of us on the panel. I'm sure that we've got the 9mm and the 45 bullets that you're looking at, and we'll send you some out. And you can see if you like them or not. And if you like them, go ahead and get you a 6-cavity. The only reason that I own Lee 2 cavities is I was exploring and didn't want to go all in until I'd played with it a little bit, because a 2 cavity is $20, $25. But some of them, they don't make the 6-cavity, which I've actually reached out to Lee on that as well, because I would love to have a 230 grain Elvis missile in a 6-cavity mold, because it just takes forever to load up or to cast up a whole bucket full of those things, only making 2 at a time because it takes so much lead. The mold gets way too hot. You spend more time letting it cool off than you do casting. So
I want to say, take a minute and say good night to Lever Guns.
Night, Lever Guns.
Good night, Lever Guns. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Big Al wants some videos on these different brand name.
But he's talking about the molds, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the mold. Yep.
And you know what? I'll just tell you, starting off, I would go Lee, because that's what I did, because you're gonna get a feel for everything. I think my first 2 or first 3 molds were Lee, and then I found a steel cavity mold, RCBS online, and I actually like, but it's a 2-cavity. You got to work for a 2-cavity. To get bullets, you got to work a lot.
Yeah, and you can't go wrong going with Lee.
Right, Lee's good.
Lee
Lee
does a really good job, and it's very affordable, and you're not spending a whole lot. The biggest thing that you're gonna get when you get into casting is you gotta spend your time.
Yeah,
and that's why we say go with the 6-cavity, because the 6-cavity you're gonna burn through them a lot faster.
Yeah, and John's hand loading. You're right. I love the Lee Tumble Lube 230 grain bullet for 45. I want to send some of those out to Bigger Behind the Trigger.
The only thing with the Lee 6-cavity is they do not come with mold handles, but Academy has them for like $12. You go into your local Cabela's and they'll price match Academy, if y'all didn't know that.
But do they have them in stock? Because that seems to be the problem that I run into, is they never have the handles in stock.
Cabela's or Academy?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Both.
So let me tell you, Academy won't have.
You know, if you're lucky to have someone send you a mold, just slap them in the face and remind them that they don't come with handles.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
And then you'll end up going and buying your own handles anyway.
Yeah, you will. You'll buy more molds, and
I send you a mold, you can go buy the damn handles.
Yeah, and you know the good thing about that too, the Lee 6-cavity mold handles go to so many molds. So here's another look. If you buy 2 or 3 pairs from Academy, you get free shipping, $25. A lot of people don't know that either. So free shipping has got to be a minimum of $25 and free shipping from Academy. So you buy 3 pairs of mold handles and you're good.
But to start off with, Chico, the 2 cavity, there's nothing wrong with starting off with that until you get used to it. If you try and do 6 cavity, you've got heat issues. You got to make sure you've got even heat all the way across your 6 cavities. 2 cavities a lot easier for a beginner to start off with, I would think, and it comes with the handles, and you always reuse those handles later.
That is correct. It will take that smaller mold less time to heat up compared to that long block of aluminum on that 6 cavity mold.
Yeah. And you will have to figure out how to
break the screw.
Keep that 6 cavity warm and make sure you're not, when you are losing heat and gaining heat and all that, you got to play with it.
Yeah.
That was the first thing that I learned the first time I was doing it. I had some issues, and I had issues because of the heat. But thanks to these guys right here and this guy down here somewhere, one of these guys here, they spent most of the day on the phone with me and helped me out, and I was able to figure it out. So, you got some people around you, and any one of us will help you guys out. So if you decide you want us to go straight 6 cavity, go straight 6 cavity, and reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
I promise you, everybody in the side chat, if y'all need some help, it won't be the first time we've spent hours upon hours on the phone with somebody trying to walk them through something, because we've been there too. We know that it's not easy the first time you do something, and you're scared to death, and you mess up one piece of brass, and it's the end of the world. And but we don't have it. If we've got the time and y'all have our number, which our numbers aren't really hard to get, if we've got the time, we'll be more than happy to sit there until we figure it out, because we know that we're teaching you something that you can teach somebody else later.
JCM 45, me too. I started with the Lee 2 cavity molds. I've got some steel ones. I don't have any brass ones. But to me, it's a lot easier to learn what you're doing with those aluminum molds, because they get up to good casting temperature so much faster.
Yeah, they do.
But one thing about it, once you learn to manage your temperature on those aluminum molds, when you move up to a steel mold, you've already got that idea and that mindset going into it, and you're not going to mess up a steel mold, and you can manage your temperature on the steel mold so much easier. I mean, I'm with Uncle Jim. I love my Lyman mold. It is so easy to work with, but at the same time, I couldn't replace all of my Lee molds with Lyman steel or Accurate or NOE. I couldn't replace all of those with steel or even the copper ones or the brass molds. But anyway, I couldn't replace those with the more expensive molds right now.
Chico, do me a favor. Hop on YouTube and search Flyer 556. FLIER 556. He did a couple of videos where he's talking about people that are just getting into casting. These are tips and tricks and what to look for and how to control your molds, and like let the mold talk to you. He did one with 9mm and one with 45.
Kyle, spell it again.
FLIER
FLI
space 556. Flyer 556. It's some of his earlier videos, and he's wearing tinted safety glasses. Those are spectacular videos if you're learning how to cast. They're several years old, but he has a lot of tips and stuff that, like me and Jamie, Chico, hell, maybe even Scotsman might not even think about saying to you if we got you on the phone, because it's stuff that we just take for granted. But he's got all kinds of tips. And if your mold's doing this, this is what you do, and this is how you fix it. Did you find it?
Yeah, I posted it in the side chat. And you know, guys, my first time casting, I did it live. Like
Right.
no pre-runs or nothing. I did it live. It's on my channel somewhere. I think it's first time casting. I did it on live
Your
stream.
first time smelting, we did it live from my backyard. Scotsman, you were there.
I was there. It was a good time.
It was a good time. It was a great time.
Sorry, go ahead, Jamie.
I'm surprised any of y'all remember that.
Me
No,
too.
we remember.
It was like 2:00 in the morning, man.
It was late, wasn't it?
But
I remember Kyle passing out on the couch too.
Hey, it happens. Guys, check out that channel. He's got a couple. There's like 2 or 3 different videos on 45 and 9mm. He's using the Lee 6 cavity molds, and he's talking about tips and tricks, and this is what to look for and how to fix it. They're very good videos. They're a little lengthy, but every bit of it's information that will answered a lot of my questions.
And they're older videos too, but that doesn't matter.
Yes,
those videos are what Kyle made a really good point of, you guys might have questions that we take for granted. A lot of us have been doing this for a while now, and it's easy for us not to think of that thing unless you actually ask it. So watching some of these videos and watching some of these older ones and stuff like that, you will learn that stuff.
Actually, JRB, I looked up his videos on casting, I think 2 weeks ago, because a buddy of mine was having some questions, a guy I work with, and I said, instead of spending all night on the phone with you, here, just watch this. And I found them. They're there. And I just sent him a link to the videos. But yeah, you do make a good point. A lot of that stuff may not be there anymore. Yeah, not allowed to touch a gun.
Yeah, JRB.
I jumped on Jerry earlier. Let me go get this. No. No, bad. No.
Yeah, those are good videos. I watched those before I started loading and casting. I watched a ton of.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I threw out C-Max Arms channel too.
Yep.
C-Max isn't with us anymore. But guys, take advantage of the videos while you can. YouTube still thankfully still has them up, and hopefully they won't disappear. But I learned everything from C-Max. I learned a ton of stuff from him. Spent hours on the phone with him, and Chris was just absolutely awesome, and he breaks everything down real simple, real easy. It takes his time. So check those videos out. If you have questions, you can reach out to any one of us, and we'll be happy to help you out.
Nerf gun live chat. What the hell?
Yep. With that being said, we got a few minutes, and is it all right if we do our outros, Jamie?
Yes, sir.
We always go over. I be trying to get this thing down to 2 hours.
I think Jamie's trying to end it anyway.
So, guys and girls, thanks for joining us for another Jordan Shooting Connection live stream. We appreciate all the questions and comments and suggestions. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Or we'll be here, but we just wouldn't be doing live stream. So let's say it like that. So thanks for joining us. We definitely appreciate our guests. This is like family. This is not guests. These are our family. So Jerry and the Scotsman. And that is it. What you got, Kyle?
I just thank the Lord for everybody that showed up this weekend, and everybody that hung out through the whole thing. And yeah, Scotsman, you're right. Or I'm sorry. Well, Scotsman, you're right too. But JCM, yeah, C-Max was a total class act. I really enjoyed watching his videos. Sadly to say, there will be no more. But that's neither here nor there. I'm glad everybody stopped by, and shared with us. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, because it just dawned on me that this is the last one before Christmas. Oh, year's almost over. And that's about all I got. Just Merry Christmas, everybody, and thank y'all so much for being here. Scotsman, what you got?
I'm not gonna go into the whole Christmas thing yet because we have a chat Sunday, so we'll get there at that point. But I appreciate everyone showing up. Appreciate everyone being here and supporting. And if you haven't already smashed those thumbs up, smash that thumb up. Guys, thank you so much for helping out with the Mr. Holster Fund. You know, it's a hard situation, tough situation, and I found out some other things that are going on too that it's not my place to say, but I can tell you that Mrs. Holster appreciates what you guys have done and continue to do. So thank you very much for that. I know it's a tough time of the year because it is Christmas. We are buying presents for people and so on and so forth. So for everyone that's jumped in and helped out and donated and continues to do so and shares it and makes videos and stuff like that, I really appreciate it very, very much. That's really all I got. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Jerry.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you thanks for having me on. I don't normally get a chance to interact with you guys as much as I'd like to, and as you know, I'm always gone, so I'm always on the road, and now I'm not, unfortunately for some aspects. But I'm going to try and get some a lot of casting and powder coating and reloading done while I'm in rehabilitation. And I just wanted to wish everybody out there, you guys on the panel, you know, I love you, and I just, you know, think the world of all of you guys, and I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and everybody that's on the side chat that where I normally am, and I'm interacting with them all the time. I want to wish all of you Merry Christmas, and please be safe, and let's continue having prosperous times.
Thank you for being with us tonight, Jerry, and we'll see if we can get you back on next week. And we're hopefully we're going to have another guest next week as well. And I'm in trouble with Sharonda for not sending her a link, but we had the panel full tonight, so we got to make sure we get her on next week. So
Can I say something right quick? I want to see a video of Jerry doing one-handed casting, because if he was hurt in any way, shape, or form that I was, you ain't picking that hand up to break that sprue, brother. You're gonna be casting and then knocking it on the table.
I've already been trying to figure that one out, Kyle, because I sure can't swing a hammer.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
Y'all check us all out on the Reloaders Network, Slack, and on Headspace. Check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night. Before I get off here, OCD, what went on with the fire? You didn't tell us, man. So A&A, you can come on if you can be on time, brother. He got here late tonight again. So, yeah, we'll get you on, buddy. I promise.
Sounds like Willie got glitter bombed.
I think everybody got glitter bombed.
So we will be, Lord willing, we'll be back next week, right, guys? We're not taking any vacation time or anything.
Oh. I'm on vacation.
Oh yeah, yeah. So and I got when I was sending out links to the panelists tonight, I had an email from my boss. We're off on Monday, so I'm off from now until January the 2nd. So I'm looking forward to some hunting, some eating, and some sleeping. So
I'm off until January 2nd. Me. I got a good job. Me.
OCD says his dryer caught fire.
His dryer caught fire.
So, so that I don't want to say that's good, but that sounds like it's probably limited to a smaller area. But
yeah, he said his basement's a mess. So thankfully, it's only the basement
and not the whole house.
Right.
Not the reloading room.
As long as his reloading room ain't in the basement, but I think it is. So anyway, guys, We'll see y'all next week. Y'all check us out on Reloaders Network again. Check out Headspace. That's pretty fun. If you hadn't checked out, it's I forget the address, but you can get to it from the Reloaders Network. Check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night. I believe it's a gift wrap hat night. So make you a hat out of gift wrap and come check out. Yeah, OCD 10 feet from the dryer. Yeah. Ugh.
Was mine.
Yeah, that's a little close for comfort. And check us out on Foreign and Domestic on Sunday night. Scotsman, put the link in there one more time before we sign off. Check out for Mr. Holster from Mr. Holster for Mrs. Holster. Is that?
What are you doing?
Yeah, Mr. Holster for Mrs. Holster.
Okay. There you go. All right, guys. There's the link. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend, a good week next week. Remember the reason for the season. Remember the true meaning of Christmas. And with that, we will see y'all next week, Lord willing. Good night.
Good night,
All right,
guys.
everyone.